There are many things that we eat in Cornwall that are very typical of our county, and today we're going to show you how one of them is made. Hello, welcome to this little slice of Cornwall. Come and join us for all things Cornish. But I don't want to waste any time because we've got baking to do. Today, we're going to be showing you how to make a proper Cornish pasty. Now, if you're new to Cornish pasties, they're normally savoury and consist of a crust made with rough puff pastry, which will contain a filling of either beef, mutton, or sometimes you get chicken and vegetable. All of those fillings are cooked separately, then put together in the pasty. Now, traditionally, the pasty would have been sealed at the seams, so that none of the juices ran out during the cooking process, and it would have been made by the wives and daughters of the miners, who needed something hearty to feed their men when they came back from a hard day down the mine. The pastry was strong enough to carry all of the weight of the filling, and it could withstand being carried down mine shafts and along rugged coastlines. The filling of a traditional Cornish pasty will consist of diced beef, potatoes, swede and onion, along with some salt and pepper to season it. Now, there's often a bit of confusion about what exactly is swede, and swede is basically a large white or yellow-rooted vegetable, similar to a big yellow or white turnip. It has a quite dense, almost floury texture, but it is really tasty and I really like it. However, if you can't find any swede, then you can use extra potato or even carrot instead. So let's get started. And first of all, we're going to start making the pastry. Now, we'll put 250 grams of plain flour into a bowl, then add 50 grams of suet, which is beef suet. Just adds a bit more depth and richness to your pastry. And then we're also going to add a pinch of salt. Then slowly add 125 ml of cold water, mixing it all the time until it starts to form a dough. Once it starts to come together, we're then going to turn it out onto a lightly floured surface, and we're just going to knead it gently until it forms a smooth ball. We don't want to overwork the pastry, otherwise it will become tough. So once we've got an even ball, we're then going to wrap it up in cling film and leave it to rest, whilst we get on with making the filling. And now we're going to start preparing the filling. So for the filling, we're going to need 400 grams of stewing steak, 3 medium-sized potatoes, 1 large swede and half an onion. And first of all, we're going to start with the beef. So we're going to cut it into small dice. And here's a top tip for you. If you have a cheap, nasty pair of scissors, then you can actually use them to dice up your beef. And we're just going to keep cutting until we have small cubes of beef. And this is a really good way of recycling old blunt scissors. Whilst we're doing that, we're then going to peel and dice up our potatoes. Again, we're just looking for nice small dice, similar to the beef. Then we're going to peel and dice up the swede. And again, same as before, we're just looking for nice small dice. And finally, we're going to dice up the onion. And again, we're looking for nice small dice. Now that all of our vegetables are chopped up, we're going to put them into a bowl. And then we're going to season them with salt and pepper. And then we're going to give them a good mix. And our filling is now ready to go. We're now going to roll out our pastry on a lightly floured surface. And we're looking for a circle approximately 30 centimeters in diameter. And we're then going to cut out 2 identical circles using a sharp knife or pizza cutter. We then going to place one of the pastry circles into a greased pie dish, and we just going to press it into the bottom. We do not want to grease the top of the pastry, because that S where the lid S gone na go on. So we're just gonna press it into the bottom of the pie dish. We then gone na, take our filling and we gone na, divide it evenly between the pastries. So we're gonna share it out. We're gonna place one portion of the filling onto the pastry. Then we gone na, take the other pastry and we gone na, place it over the top. We then go in to crimp the edges of the pastry together using our fingers or a fork to seal it. And this should form a tight seal, because we do not want any of the juices escaping during the cooking process. We then going to roll out the remaining pastry and we going to cut out some shapes to make lids for the pasties. Now, these are optional, but they do look nice and they stop any of the juices escaping during the cooking process. And you can either boil the pasties for 20 minutes or bake them in an oven preheated to 200 degrees Celsius for 30 minutes. So that is how you make a Cornish pasty, and I hope you enjoyed this quick tutorial. We really enjoyed making it, and I hope that you like it as much as we do. I'll see you next time. Bye.